Hey guys, welcome to episode 21 of Ask Marc. This week we're going to take our questions exclusively from forum users who PM'd me their questions. So if you see your name come up, cool. If not, we'll get to those questions, I promise. But before we get into the questions, last week we had another feedback, asked you guys for feedback on the Porsche. Mark just wanted to quickly chat to that before we get into the questions.
For sure, really appreciate it. Actually, when Drew grabbed me to come do this episode, I was still dynoing some of the Porsche. So still sifting through your feedback. I love it. Right now, how I've tuned in, it's very balanced. You guys
that seems what everybody wanted, so yeah.
You guys are really requesting that it goes after the BMW. So I'll see what I can do. I'm putting an extra little bit of tune to make it one of the top tiers, tier 3 cars.
Are we going to put up another thread this week for anything?
Yeah, it'd be cool actually. There's one car that I'm working on, which is since the BMW came up a lot.
Yeah.
It's the new BMW M3 E92.
Thanks.
I'd like to see your feedback on, because a lot of you guys are driving the current M3. I have another chance to obviously tune this newer version. So open up the feedback and let us hear what you guys like to see.
So again, I'll post a thread on the forums to make it sticky so you guys can give us your feedback. More feedback the better, so cool. And thanks for everybody for the feedback that we've gotten so far. So getting right into the questions. Again, this is from the Need for Speed World forum users. This one is from Bessiex, or Bessex, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. It says, when is active anti-cheat software coming to the game? So this is something that that we are working on. Maybe you can speak that to
Yeah, we're almost working on that daily or weekly.
Mm-hmm.
As cheats are, we're watching the forums always. We jump on fixes right away. Some are harder than others, but we always fix the big ones, obviously, as soon as we can. As far as anti-cheat software, like I said, we have talented guys working on it weekly. So it's not one of those things where it's just going to be like a job of security. It's constant. We're a live service. It's going to be all the way through for years to come with this game for security.
Which is kind of a good lead up into the next question. Same user asks, will the game ever have in-game admins, so aka game masters, to supervise the chat? Actually, we do. We have a team in there now. They've been in there 24/7 for the last month. They will continue to be in there throughout the life cycle of this game. These are the guys that are looking. They a lot of the times that we find out about a cheat, we'll either get it from the game masters who are in the game, or we'll get them from the forum or other such ways.
And these guys are literally here 24/7.
Yeah,
like I came to do some tuning on the weekend, and they were here. Yeah. And basically, as soon as they see something in the forum, they email it out to the team, so we get it on our Blackberries right away. So.
And then another thing to note is we got a really good community. The Need for Speed community rocks, and we've actually had a couple guys who have discovered a couple different, well, not a couple, but in one instance, there was one guy who looked at one of the hacks that's in there, and he actually made a whole PDF on how exactly he hacked it, and then he recommended some things to change, and he sent that to us. So
even a shout out for the wall riding. You guys didn't like some of the top times being skewed by guys just riding walls. And Sledge. Yeah. And basically, we're already getting one of my engineers to hard code some stuff for me to start tuning that out, and in the future, very hopefully soon, I'll tune that out and increase a little bit of punishment when you hit that wall. So the guys who are driving clean are rewarded.
Cool. Next question from Zero Glass. He says, with increased customization that's planned, what are your thoughts on implementing a test drive mode? So,
long and the short, we made customization quick, simple, because it's PC, it's a drag and drop. It makes customizing your car super quick. As far as an actual test drive mode, I think that's more towards simulation, which this title doesn't go towards. This is more action and arcadey.
And to be frank, not a lot of people have asked for that feature either.
No, it's the first time I heard of it. It's cool, but it's I think it's too much simulation, hardcore. So probably not in the near future.
Yeah, and another thing to note
I don't think we'll probably for this title ever do that.
Well, and before, when you're dragging and dropping in the new customization system, you're going to see exactly what that's going to do to your car, right? You're going to see if it's going to increase your handling, acceleration, or overall speed, right?
We've gone to extreme lengths that as soon as you drag and drop that part on, you'll see the plus that it gives you in a certain area. So before you even drive it, you'll know, okay, how's my acceleration looking? How's my top speed looking? So it's going to go up depending on what parts you put on.
Cool. Same user, Zero Glass. He asks, are there any plans on changing the matchmaking system as it stands now? Maybe to where one racer creates an event and the other racer picks an event to join. So I wouldn't mind just speaking to this real quick. I know that matchmaking is something that we're constantly tuning to make sure that you're matched up against opponents of similar skill, car, and level. And in terms of what you're talking about here, Zero, is it sounds like you want to go to like sort of a lobby system. And I know that we're getting a lot of users, well, a fair amount of people have asked about a lobby system, but to the best of my knowledge, and you might confirm this, we don't have any plans to change our matchmaking system anytime soon.
No,
so
we're looking at some features to get you into races quicker and more frequent. So that, stay posted on that. We're developing that now. But as far as
a lobby system,
probably not.
No, sorry. So this is either Jesus V87 or Jesus V87. Again, so apologies if I mispronounced that. So if you decide to add new power-ups, will you post a feedback thread on which ones we really want? Long and short, absolutely.
100%.
So simply,
we want your feedback on cars, events. This is your game. We're customizing it. The game's live already. So we really are looking at your guys' feedback, what you guys want, and that becomes our top priority. We keep saying this in every video. We have such a huge priority list. We're only focusing on the top 10 right now. And that's generally coming from what you guys are screaming for. So 100% let us know and we'll listen.
Cool. This next question, interestingly enough, is from Grandma. And she asks, when Marc tests the car, what type of controllers does he use? Steering wheel, gamepad, keyboard, other? Do certain cars favor certain controller input? So this is actually a really interesting question.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Never asked that question before. So for this game, all the cars, no matter what car, I always test it on keyboard, because assuming that it's a PC game, a lot of you guys are using keyboard. Now, I don't have time to tune on every single controller. We do have our QA team that always tests it on every controller, but for me personally, I always tune on a 360 controller. I just plug it right into my box and boom, I tune. So 360 controller as well as the keyboard.
Now, in terms of do any cars favor any certain controller input? From the sound of that, no.
Yeah,
it sounds like it's been tuned properly for controller and
it's
keyboard.
It's tuned for both. It all depends on, if you're the drift drivers, you'd like that little bit more control on the controller. If you're the if you like the stiff car that's like the old school kind of D-pad, you're probably gonna like the keyboard. So it's more user preference.
Cool. All right. Next question is from Digital Knight 07. He says, so far there's only 2 ways to level up in races, or level up in the game. That's races and pursuits. Is there any chance of adding sort of quest missions or milestones, like Most Wanted? So I think first and foremost, you're not going to see quests anytime soon, not for years. I know that's not something that this game's going to be about. In terms of missions and milestones,
we're incorporating that into the different types of modes and features. Team Escape has a little bit of that. It has those milestones where the team and the objectives the team has to hit, and it's a team mode, right? So more modes that encapsulate that. And down the road, we mentioned as well, you guys are screaming for it, achievements down the road. That goes with milestones. So that would be my bet.
Cool. Last question is from MPU1. Says, or he or she says, are SUVs and trucks still coming to NFS world, and could there be at least one 18-wheeler?
So if we do fun cars, absolutely. As of right now, to be honest, the priority is continue to give you guys more and more cars. Adding more of the like we mentioned, the Supra, the Porsche, the BMWs. Keep adding the car list. We want to keep adding cool, old school muscle cars, tuners, exotics. Once we get that car list to where we feel like, wow, we're proud of it.
Like hundreds,
of course we'll look at some of the fun cars like the traffic cars. I'd love to do a pack of,
the fire truck, the dump truck,
ambulance,
that'd be sweet.
And the log truck, for sure.
Cool.
It's just a matter of time, and again, let's build the car list, and then we'll. That's a lot of fun because I get to tune those. And Carmen, I remember, I made one of them drift as well, just for fun.
The dump truck was very drifty. Yes, that was a lot of fun, and we had a challenge series for that too. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for your questions. We got a huge influx of them, and we have lots of questions to keep this going for a while now, and we're going to keep answering all of them. But that doesn't mean that you can't keep sending us your questions. Keep it coming, and we'll keep this going. So,
thanks, guys.
Cheers.